Thank you for taking the time to look into my coaching program. My name is Morgan Barkis, founder of the Confidence Stage, speaker, author, exotic dance teacher, and an empowerment coach for women. Now, let me tell you something that no one else is saying. If you don't feel safe in your body, if sex feels like a performance, or you freeze up when someone asks you what you want, if the mirror feels like your enemy and nakedness uncomfortable for you, you're not broken. You were conditioned. You were raised in a world that shamed your body, silenced your pleasure, and taught you to prioritize everyone else's needs while you disconnected from your own. And I say that is done now. Now, I grew up in a sex-positive household. I was very curious about sex. I was asking all the questions. My mom would get me age-appropriate books. I was curious about pleasure and desire and connection. Nakedness was not a big deal in my house. It wasn't shamed. It wasn't meant to be embarrassing. And even still, despite that positive environment, I didn't like my body. I wanted to be tall and skinny like the models in 17 magazine. I was very critical of my body. I hated my stomach. I thought I was fat. I thought I was short, and I used to call myself tree stump. I spent hours in the gym when I was 18, 19 years old. I obsessed about food. I tracked everything. I would grab my stomach and think, ugh, why can't it be skinny? And I was skinny because I ended up being anorexic. I was so distorted and disconnected from my body. Everything changed for me when I was 26 years old and I became a stripper. That stage gave me the most powerful reframe of my life. What I thought were flaws were just part of my body. If you have scars, cellulite, stretch marks, big boobs, small boobs, you're tall, you're short, it didn't matter. The women I worked with, they were like queen of the world, confident, great attitude. I realized the sexiest women weren't the ones with perfect bodies. They were the ones who owned what they had. They stopped hiding. They stopped judging. They were performing confidently. They carried themselves confidently. And this allowed them and will allow you to show up unapologetically in sex in your life. This is what my program gives you. In 90 days, we'll heal your relationship with your body, your pleasure, and your power. You'll stop avoiding mirrors. You're going to stop faking confidence and orgasms. You'll stop saying yes when you want to say no, and finally start saying yes to what you want in bed, in life, in yourself. You'll feel gorgeous naked, crazy confident in your sexuality, and so in tune with how your body works, what it craves, what it desires, what it's capable of, that you can experience ultimate pleasure, whether it's solo sex or with a partner. So the real question is, my darling, how many more years are you going to live disconnected from yourself? How long are you going to keep performing instead of receiving? This coaching container is your permission slip to come home to your body, to trust it, to celebrate it, to delight in it. You don't have to wait to be perfect. You don't have to do it alone. You get to feel free. You get to feel safe. You get to feel sexy right now. So book your discovery call. Get on the phone with me. We'll talk about the program. I want you to move into this next chapter and finally feel sexy AF naked and experience all the pleasure your body is capable of.